Some doors you only open once in your entire life. And the punishment for that one mistake follows you in every breath you take afterward. I came to Oklahoma City thinking maybe, just maybe, my life would finally calm down. I left California with my 2 kids, holding their tiny hands. Hopping a new state meant a new start. Cheap houses, quiet neighborhoods, nobody knowing my past. It felt like a clean slate. I thought I left all my shadows behind. What I didn't know was, some shadows travel with you. The house we moved into was simple. 2 bedrooms, small, clean, dead quiet. Quiet enough that even breathing felt too loud at night. My 4-year-old daughter, Emma, walked inside and instantly clung to me. She didn't cry, she didn't complain. She just listened, like she was hearing something I couldn't. I figured she'd adjust. New place, new vibe, kids get overwhelmed. But then, one night, barely a week in, she came to my room, her voice shaking like she was freezing. "Mom, Robert is still standing in my room." My stomach dropped so hard I swear, I felt it hit the floor. I forced a little laugh. "Emma, there's no Robert here. You probably had a dream." But there was no kid imagination in her eyes. No confusion. No playfulness. She saw something. Something she didn't understand. But something that scared the hell out of her. After that night, she started waking up screaming every damn night. I'd run into her room, and she'd say the same thing. "Robert is watching me." I was angry, scared, confused, everything at once. The house looked normal. No noises. No cold spots. Not even a draft. I told myself it had to be an imaginary friend. Kids do that all the time. Until one night I woke up. Because I felt someone standing right outside my bedroom door. The door was closed. But someone was on the other side, breathing slow and heavy. Like they were bent down, staring through the crack under the door. I froze, reached for the light switch. But my fingers stopped halfway. Because for the first time since we moved in, I actually heard it. Not footsteps. Breathing. Like someone was inches away from the floor, watching me. I jerked the door open. Nobody. The hallway was pitch dark. Emma's door was slightly open, just enough to make my chest tighten. I walked slowly, every step feeling heavier, like the whole house was holding its breath. When I reached her room, the light was off, but I heard her voice, super soft, like she was whispering to someone. "Mom said I'm not supposed to come out. Robert, please don't look at me." I touched the doorknob. My hand was shaking and pushed it open. Light on. Room empty. Emma was on her bed drenched in sweat. "Mom," he was standing right in the doorway. I checked the whole house from corner to corner. Nothing. No one. Just silence that felt way too deep. Except one thing was different tonight. For the first time, I felt someone watching me too. 2 days passed. Then 3. The house kept changing. The silence wasn't peaceful anymore. It was thick. The darkness lingered too long. Like the house didn't like the lights on. Emma begged me every night to sleep in her room. One night I did. And that was the night everything changed. I didn't have a dream. I know I didn't. Because dreams don't breathe. I saw it. A tall, stretched-out shadow standing in the doorway. Not still. Not frozen. Breathing. Warm air moved across my face, like whatever it was standing there was alive. Then, in a voice that sounded like it was whispering from inside my skull, "What are you doing here?" I didn't think, I just answered. "This is my kid's room. I have every right to be here." The shadow leaned forward. Slow, deliberate. Until its face, its empty face, was inches from the bed. "This room, used to be my children's too. I snapped awake, heart pounding, body shaking, shirt soaked. Room empty. Door closed. Emma sleeping peacefully, like nothing happened. But then I looked down and saw it. Right under the door. 2 wet, dark footprints on the floorboards. That was the moment I knew. Whoever Robert was, he wasn't human. And after that night, the shadow didn't just follow Emma anymore. It started whispering my name. And it didn't stay outside my room. Not anymore. I stared at the wet footprints under Emma's bedroom door. And my mind just shut down. I kept telling myself maybe I was exhausted. Maybe I dreamed it. Maybe it was a trick of the light. But footprints don't lie. And the weirdest part, the prints were going inward, not outward. Like someone walked into the room. But the room was completely empty. That's when I realized this wasn't just something trying to scare my kid. This thing was old, ancient, and pissed. The house started changing. For 2 days, the house stayed quiet. Not peaceful quiet, but the kind of silence that feels like something is waiting for you to mess up first. Emma refused to sleep alone now. Every time I drifted off, I had the same nightmare. That same tall shadow, that heavy breathing. That feeling like something was sizing me up. Like I wasn't a guest anymore. I was an intruder. And one night, it spoke again. Why do you still live in my house? I answered without thinking. This is my house. But the truth hit me instantly. The paperwork said it was mine. But the presence inside it, that belonged to someone else. The behavior started small. First, the doors. Doors that never moved before now swayed on their own. Not slammed, just enough to make me doubt myself. Then the kitchen items. I'd set something down, come back, and it'd be slightly shifted, like someone touched it and wondered, is this yours or mine? But the creepiest thing happened one morning. On top of the fridge, way above normal reach, I found a faint fingerprint. I stood on a stool to check. Right at the top edge, a long finger mark, like someone had closed the fridge from above. A chill ran straight down my spine. Emma started changing too. Emma used to be bubbly and shy and giggly. Now she stayed quiet. Eyes tired. Dark circles forming under them. One night, she looked at me and said something that froze my blood. Mom, Robert says he watches you while you sleep. He watches me. I forced a laugh. Why? Emma didn't blink. He says someone like you used to live here too. Then she pointed toward the corner of her room. There was a small crack on the wall. Emma, there's nothing there. She shook her head. Robert said he made that crack. Someone else used to look through it. My throat dried up instantly. And Mom, she added softly. He says, now it's your turn. I didn't sleep that entire night. The house felt colder than ever. It was summer outside. But inside, it felt like the walls were made of ice. 2 things started appearing. A tall, stretched shadow that didn't walk. It slid across the floor. And a silence so deep it made my breathing sound too loud. One night, I walked past the bathroom and noticed the door slightly open. As I stepped by, it slowly opened a little wider. Then stopped. Like someone mirrored my movement on the other side. I pushed it open gently. Empty. Just a bathroom. I told myself maybe the door was loose. Tried to calm down. But the moment I turned the light off, I saw it. Something written on the mirror. No fog. No steam. The mirror was totally clear. But words were sitting on it like someone carved them with a wet finger. I'm right here. My courage disappeared instantly. I didn't scream, didn't run. I just stepped back very slowly. And the worst part, the message faded. Instantly. Wiped away. Like someone erased it while smiling, whispering, "This is our little secret." The walls started talking. Not with sound, but with markings. Long, thin scratches across the walls, rising upward. Like someone extremely tall dragged their fingers along as they walked, trying to grab something. One night, Emma said it without any hesitation. "Mom, Robert wants to meet you. You're his favorite." My stomach nodded. "Why me?" "Mom, he says you're like him. People left you too." Something inside me shattered. This thing, this shadow, knew my past. How? The night that broke everything. I was half asleep, half awake. That blurry state where dreams mix with real life. I felt someone standing at the foot of my bed. I opened my eyes. Nothing. But I felt breathing. Right by my knees. Slow. Heavy. Warm. Not human warm. Something else. Then something happened that made my bones vibrate. My bedsheet started sliding. Slow. Deliberate. Like fingers gripping it. Pulling it. Claiming it. I yanked it back hard. Whatever was grabbing it stopped. 2 seconds of dead silence. Then, right by my feet, a rise of hot air. A breath. Like someone leaning down to whisper. And a voice. Low enough to crawl straight under my skin. "Good, you're awake now." I bolted out of bed. Ran to the hallway. Turned every light on. The house was silent. Still. But when I went back to my room, under my bed, more wet footprints. Only this time, they weren't in the room. They were coming out from under the bed. That night, I realized something horrifying. Robert was Emma's friend anymore. He had chosen me now. And the thing that shook me the most, for the first time, he said my name. After that night, the night I found those wet footprints coming from under my bed, I stayed in the living room till sunrise. TV on, volume muted. Even with all the lights on, that heavy, suffocating feeling wouldn't leave. The house didn't feel normal anymore. Walls too cold. Air too thick. Things shifting just a little. Like the whole house was being rearranged by something else. Something living inside the walls. That morning, Emma said something that froze every drop of blood inside me. "Mama, Robert said you're really tired. He says you should rest." Rest? Rest from what? I tried to keep my voice steady. Who told him that? Emma pouted like it was obvious. "He said, I can hear your breathing when you sleep, and he listens too." My spine turned to ice. He listens to my breathing. That close. That intimate. No, that personal. The doors started acting different. Before, they just shook or moved a little. Now, they waited. If I left a door slightly open, even an inch, it would slowly push itself shut. Tight. Perfect. Like someone was pressing it from the other side. One time, I left the kitchen door wide open. When I came back, it wasn't just closed. It was shut dead center. Perfect alignment, perfect balance. Humans don't close doors like that. This felt like someone who needed symmetry. Someone who wanted the house just right. That's when the realization hit me. He didn't see me as a person. He saw me as something to observe. Something he was waiting to claim. Emma was talking to 2 people now. One night I heard her whispering in her bedroom. Soft, secretive. No, I won't tell her, I promise. I rushed to the door and swung it open. "Emma, "Who are you talking to?" She looked up. Not sleepy. Not startled. Just calm. Too calm. "Mama," she said, "Robert isn't alone." A sting shot through my chest. What does that mean? Someone else is with him. Robert doesn't fight with him. They both just watch me. Watch you. My voice cracked. Emma nodded like it was normal. Then she said the sentence that has never left me. He said, "You're messing with their home." "There," I repeated. "There are two." She nodded again. "Robert is the one who talks. The other one, he just watches." I swallowed hard. "What does the other one look like?" Emma shook her head. "He doesn't look like anything, Mama. He's just there." The living room stopped feeling alive. One afternoon, I was sitting on the couch while the kids played. Suddenly, I felt something move behind the sofa. Not footsteps, not a shadow. Just presence. Like someone walking past me without touching the floor. When I turned, nothing. Then I realized something horrifying. It didn't want to be seen head-on. It only wanted me to see it in my side vision. Like it had rules. When I walked into the kitchen, I'd feel something glide from my right side to the left. When I approached any corner, it shifted to the opposite one. Like it was playing some sick, silent hide-and-seek. And then came the night everything changed. Emma was asleep. I was exhausted. Lying in my bed, scrolling through my phone. And then, my eyes froze on the bedroom door. It was shut. Completely shut. But at the very bottom, the gap between the floor and the door, I saw something. A finger. A single finger. Placed under the gap. Moving just a little. Like someone was checking if I was still in the bed. Slowly, the finger curled inward. Then disappeared. Like whoever it was. Smiled silently. My body locked up. Then the door brast. Yes. The door. It expanded just a little, like someone on the other side exhaled straight into the wood. I whispered, barely able to speak. "Robert, are you there?" Silence. For a moment. Then something happened that almost stopped my heart. The door opened 1 inch. Just one. And then it froze. That 1-inch crack was blacker than dark. Nothing visible. But my soul. My instincts. My whole being knew. Someone was standing there. Waiting for me to accept him. This house wasn't a house anymore. The smell changed first. It wasn't wood or laundry soap anymore. It smelled like wet cloth. Like a never-opened basement. Like something damp living behind the walls. The corners of windows looked moist. The paint felt cold. The shadow wasn't just haunting the house. It was using it. Breathing through it. One morning, Emma said the sentence that made everything collapse inside me. "Mama, Robert says he's gonna talk to you soon. He says you're ready now." Ready? For what? That night, when I finally opened my bedroom door, something leaned close, right against my ear, and whispered without sound, without breath, without a voice. "I've known you. For a long time." That night, the night someone whispered right against my ear. "I've known you for a long time." Something inside me snapped. I couldn't scream. I couldn't run. I couldn't even understand where that voice came from. The voice didn't just hit my ear. It spun straight through my whole chest. Like it sat down inside my breath. Like someone crawled inside my body and was looking at me from the inside out. After that, the house wasn't a house anymore. It wasn't even a cage. It felt like a living body. And I was just some thinking space stuck inside it. The house started showing its heartbeat. At night, the walls would get weird. Sometimes ice cold. Sometimes warm, like a giant hand pressed from the other side. The air never moved. Windows wouldn't stay shut. Doors stayed locked on their own. Like something didn't want anything to enter. And something didn't want anything to escape. And the scariest part, my footsteps started matching someone else's footsteps. I'd walk, stop, and then tap, tap right behind me. I'd turn. No one there. But I knew. Somebody was there. That shadow that used to just watch from corners. It wasn't following me anymore. It was learning how to walk with me. Like it was learning how to move by watching me. Emma's eyes didn't have fear anymore, just a strange calm. One evening, I found her on the floor, just sitting, still as stone, staring at the wall. Emma. My voice felt broken. She looked at me slowly, and all the innocence she used to have was gone. She said, "Mama, he says you're becoming one of them." My blood froze. Who? Not Robert. She whispered like she was talking in her sleep. The one who breathes quietly, the one we don't see. He just watches. My whole body shook. Then she added, "Mama, he says you're not going back." The house started getting inside me. Before, I used to feel the house. Now, the house was feeling me. I'd touch the wall. It would pulse, like it had a heartbeat. I'd try to shut my bedroom door. It would push back just a little, like the house was telling me, "Stay, you're mine now." And then it happened, the final night. Emma was asleep. I was in the living room. Truth is, I barely slept anymore. I always felt if I closed my eyes too long, something would come too close. Then it happened. The moment I will never forget. The TV shut off. Lights clicked out. The whole house dropped into the same suffocating darkness as the basement. Thick, heavy swallowing. And then I felt it. Breathing. The same breath that used to come from under the door. The same breath that fogged up the bathroom mirror. The same breath under my bed. Now it came to my right side. Then my left. Then right behind me. I didn't move. Didn't cry. Didn't scream. Because I knew. If I reacted, it would see me completely. Then one strand of my hair lifted. No breeze. No open window. No person behind me. A cold, long, thin finger touched the back of my neck. And then, I told you, your turn was coming. My whole body froze. Tears fell but no sound came out. The shadow that always stood at the door, that always stayed in the corner, that always kept its distance, was now standing right behind me. I couldn't move, not an inch. The house's biggest secret revealed. Then it didn't speak out loud. It spoke inside my head. There was another one like you, before. My breath almost stopped. But she tried to run. The memories hit me. The long finger mark on the fridge. The perfect symmetry of the doors. The crack in the wall. None of it belonged to a human. It all belonged to him. Then he said, "The house didn't let her go. The house doesn't let anyone go." My soul felt like it cracked. I whispered, shaking. Where did she go? What he said next still destroys me. She didn't go anywhere. She's still here. The floor beneath me gave a little creak. Just the tiniest shift. Then a cold breath rose from under my feet. Like someone was breathing through the floorboards. He said, "The house keeps everyone who tries to leave." Final truth, the real horror. Right then I understood. Robert was the one who talked. The long-fingered one was the watcher. And the one who never spoke was the house itself. They weren't separate. They were all pieces of it. The house was alive. It thought. It chose. And it had chosen me. I'm still here. Inside the house. Emma sometimes giggles in her sleep and says, "Mama, Robert says you're one of them now." And the worst part, I don't see the shadow anymore. Because now, I'm one of the ones who watch. Behind the door. Inside the walls. In the breathless corners. The house won't let me go. And I can't leave even if I tried. Because now, there's another breath in here. Not mine. The house. Has something like this ever happened to you? If yes, tell us your story in the comments. We might turn it into a video on our channel. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others.